Another day in the office for the Toronto Blue Jays bullpen. They blow yet another ball game in the 8th inning. Can't blame Trevor Richards too much, and I'll get into why in a bit. But you lose 5-4 to the Boston Red Sox. Dropped to 49-47 on the air. We talk about how this is the biggest game of this, biggest series of the year. You have 4 games before the trade deadline. Are you in? Are you out? What the heck the deal is? And they put up a game like this again, and it's just so damn frustrating watching this team because Hatch gives you, your offense does a good job. 4 runs and on 9 hits, gives you the lead in the 5th inning. And we all know the bullpen's trash, right? We all know it's not great. And with a 1-run lead against Boston at Fenway, we're all like, it's bound to happen at some point. We need to get some more runs here. Well, Saucedo goes out there, does a good job. Adam Simmer goes out there his first inning, does a good job. Goes out there for 2/3 of an inning in his next inning. Or no, sorry, he gets out of 1 inning as well. I don't know. He goes an inning and 2/3, bottom line, of hitless ball, walkless ball, no base runners. 5 up, 5 down for Adam Simmer. Great. 3 up, 3 down in the first inning for Trevor Richards. Then he gets Devers to start his next inning. Okay, is this team actually going to find a way to fit? No. There it is. It's peeking its ugly head out again. And it came out of nowhere. It came absolutely out of nowhere. Richards was doing great. He was fantastic. Beat Devers with a high fastball. Then a walk and a 2-run bomb, and you lose. This team, we talked about it yesterday. They can't just lose a game. In the top half of the 5th with both the 2-run shot, you couldn't have just given up a 2-run bomb in the next half inning. No, you had to wait till the 8th inning when our hopes have gotten a little bit higher and then hurt us. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's break down this ball game right from the start. Bottom half of the 2nd inning was Alex Verdugo. It's an RBI single. Hunter Renfroe scores. A little bit later on, with the bases loaded and nobody out, Michael Chavis is an RBI ground out. Verdugo scores, but that's all they get from bases loaded, nobody out situation. So you got to give Hatch a little credit for that. That could have imploded and been a horrendous inning and blown this game wide open. It would have been long over. But then again, it would have been less painful. But either way, at the time it looked okay. You're only down 2-0 instead of like 4 or 5-0 in the 2nd inning. Top half of the 3rd inning, right in the next half, the Blue Jays get on the bats. Vladdy with an RBI single. Reese McGuire scores. Then Marcus Semien, it's an RBI single. Springer scores, and you've tied the game at 2. But something I mentioned in yesterday's game, I apologize in advance. There we go. I mentioned it in yesterday's video, and I'm going to do it again today. Yes, you had the 2 runs and tied the game, right? On the 2-run singles. I think there's still nobody out at the time. But then you have, right first and second, nobody out. And 1, 2, 3, inning over, nobody moves from a base. You could have found a way to take a lead there, but no. It's still tied. But at that point, I'll take the moral victory, whatever. It's a 2-2 game, but it's going to come back to haunt you at Fenway probably. And then the next half inning, Devers, solo bomb, and that gives them the lead back. Great. But then in the top half of the 5th, Bo Bichette comes up with George Springer on, and he crushes one to left field on a line right to the first level of the Green Monster, and the Jays have the lead 4-3. All right, we're feeling better now. We have the lead now, but our bullpen is trash, so we're kind of just waiting for this thing to implode and blow up in our face. And as I mentioned earlier, Tyler Saucedo does a good job. Adam Simmer, a good job. Garrett Richards, he pitches tomorrow for Boston. Trevor Richards does a great job in his 1 inning, in his 1st inning. And then gets Devers. Looks like he's on cruise control. Look like he's going to get out of this inning. No, he walks Hunter Renfroe. And then hangs a 3-1 change up to Verdugo, and he belts it out of the park. And you're down 5-4. But no one, the Jays' luck sucks as well. No one is going to talk about Teoscar Hernandez in the top half of that 8th inning, hitting an absolute bomb to center field, and literally the most center of fields possible there at Fenway. Literally yes, it's a crazy corner there in center field, but not only did he hit it into that corner, he hit it into the legit corner of the deepest possible part of the ballpark. If he hits it about, 10, 15 feet to the right or the left, it's either going off the wall or it's going out of the ballpark. But no, dead dead center, right in that corner, the 420 feet to dead center, just that close. But no, it's a double. And then Randall Grichuk, he's been terrible. With the month of July, he's been awful. Hitting under 200, like a $170 going into the game. He has not been good whatsoever at all. And he gets out, and I'm thinking with Ottavino on the mound, this guy's got no chance. Just throw him off speed after off speed after off speed. He's bound to chase 3 at some point. And he ends up chasing a ball probably about 8 feet. It wasn't actually 8 feet. Probably about a few inches off the plate inside. And he just kind of golfs at it. And okay, cool. Nice job, bud. Meanwhile, he misses a ball right in the middle of the plate. Sure. Great job, Gritch. And then the Jays blow it, right? You get that double that would have been a legit home run in any other ballpark in the big leagues. And then the next half inning, you blow it. Just 2021 Blue Jay baseball, ladies and gentlemen. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Let's go through the stats here real quick. Thomas Hatch, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. Tyler Saucedo, 2/3 an inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Adam Simber, an inning and 2/3, no hits, no walks, no Ks. A clean 5 up, 5 down from Adam Simber. Trevor Richards, an inning and a third, allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 strikeout, and walked 2. Meanwhile, the 2 walks and the hit happened in succession. Like the first walk, the home run, then the second walk, and then he's gone from the game. It literally just imploded out of nowhere. And Romano went 2/3 an inning and got a strikeout, and that was it. Offensively, George Springer went 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, walked twice. Good day in the office for George. Vladdy went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Maurice McGuire 2 for 4 with a run score. The Jays had 4 runs on 9 hits and only struck out 5 times. They did a great job. They did a fine job at the plate. 4 runs in hindsight should win you a ball game. I understand it's Boston and they have a great offense. It's at Fenway. I get it. But you had the 4-3 lead in the 8th. And you blew it. Robbie Ray pitches for the Jays tomorrow versus Garrett Richards, 7-10 first pitch in game 2. I got all that stuff out of the way. You can't blame Garrett Richards. You had nobody available. Nobody. Well, they had Kirby Snead. Yeah, pal. You just got to the big leagues for the first time in your life. Here's Fenway Park in the 8th inning. Go close it out for us, pal. Yeah, not going to happen. Dolis, if I'm not mistaken, he pitched back-to-back days. Tim Meza was my guy to come out because he had back-to-back lefties come out. If it was back-to-back lefties? No, who got on? No, it was Renfroe, then Verdugo. But either way, 2 of the 3 guys are lefties. Verdugo endeavors to start that inning. But he had been used the last 2 days, did Tim Meza. So he was not available. You want to put Dolis out there? No, people are going to call for Charlie's head if they put Dolis out there. The only other option is putting Romano out there for 2 innings, or after the walk to Renfroe, you put in Romano. But you got to let Richards try to work through it. He's a good pitcher. But it looked like he ran out of gas. So I can't blame Charlie because he literally had no options. We can talk about Mark Shapiro and Ross Atkins. You can talk about those guys, how this bullpen is a disaster. Going into the year, you were banking on Kirby Yates being healthy when you damn well knew that his arm or whatever the heck was wrong with him was a complete wild card and a half. I mean, it was basically like he wasn't going to play at all. You're banking on Julian Merriweather, which he has not pitched like more than 10 games in his entire big league career. He's been in the big leagues for the last 2, but he hasn't been healthy at all. You're banking on Ryan Baracki staying healthy, which obviously did not happen. And you're banking on consistency from all these guys you've never heard of. The Tyler Chatwoods of the world. Well, I heard about he was on the Cubs. Was he any good? No. Carl Edwards Jr., remember that fiasco? The Jacob Barnes. I mean, it's a revolving door for the Blue Jays blowing games. And it's not just one guy. And I mentioned this, a little while back. It's not a one-guy fix. It's not a 2-guy. You could say, let's go get Craig Kimbrell. Well, what if you blow a game in the 6th and 7th inning? He can't help you there, right? Like I said, it's not a one-guy fix. Would it help? Of course it would. Don't get me wrong. But look at the way this bullpen has been revolved this year, guys. With Merriweather going down, with Kirby Yates being down, with David Phelps going down, which was horrendous. He would have been great this year. with the emergence of Tyler Chatwood, with the demise of Tyler Chatwood, and then him being sent back to AAA. Injured, then going to AAA and not coming back. The Jacob Barnes era, where he pitches and then he pitches yesterday against his former team, then gets DFA'd. The revolving door of the Jays bullpen has been insane. And it's going to continue unless something gets done in the next, 3 or 4 days. But the question I have for you guys is, what do you do? Do you buy? Do you sell? I think you conservative buy. That's my opinion on this Blue Jays team. You conservative buy. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you've listened to sports radio, sports TV, and all that, you've probably heard the same thing I'm about to say. If you're going to add a bullpen piece or add a starting pitcher or add something like that, you do it with term. The reason Adam Simber and Trevor Richards are Toronto Blue Jays, they're not rental players. They have a couple of years of control at least. So that's great news. You have those guys for next year. But if you're going to buy, it's not a rental. The Jays are in no spot right now to buy a rental player like a Max Scherzer or something like that. He's a rental guy. This team is not, you have to trade a pretty good prospect for a rental guy in the situation the Jays are in right now. Not going to happen. You conservative buy. You go after another Adam Simber. I remember saying Craig Kimbrell has another year on his contract. I could be wrong with that. But if he does, please and thank you. That'd be great. But what do you do? Richard Rodriguez is another name. You can look at all these names down the list about who the Jays should go after. But in the end, you got to win ball games. And the Jays are sitting here right now at 2 games over 500, 49 and 47. And people are going to say, well, back in 2015, I understand what 2015 was about. But how often are you going to see a team go 40-something and 15 to end a year? Yeah, it's not going to happen very often. Not at all. So if you're banking on this team doing that in the second half of the year, post-trade deadline, good luck. I love my Blue Jays. I love my boys. But man, is it tough to watch. Because they can't just lose a game. They either blow a team out of the water and we're like, man, this team's great. Or they lose a game like today, night in, night out, and make us want to pull our hair out because they can't just lose a game. They got to lose it in a way that it just makes you want to puke. I'm going to leave it with that. You guys go nuts in the comments below, all right? So that is going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoyed the video and did not enjoy the game today, if you're a Jays fan, but if you're a Red Sox fan, because I know there's going to be some here, smack the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter's down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below. So follow up there if you've not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition. Here we go. Tomorrow night, same time, same place. Hopefully a different result. Robbie Ray, Garrett Richards is the pitching matchup, 7-10 first pitch there at Fenway Park. As the Jays look to even up the series at 1 game apiece and go back to 3 games by 500. Bottom line, just win a damn ball game. That's all I ask. If you have to win it 10-0, so be it. Just win a damn ball game at this point. I want to feel something good. All right, so you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening and watching to all my misery. We'll talk to you guys then.